There's me a little zoomed in. Uh, this is gonna be Nikon day. Okay. Uh, I've been having some allergies, haven't been putting up quite a few videos, but it's off and on. But anyway, I want to show you this. The new setup. I am going to add another camera to it. Um, I haven't decided what though. So this is like for the Z5 II with the yeah, little mute. I had a little problem with eCam. The iPhone 16 Pro. Okay. Now, here's the Z6 III. Now I'm rotating the camera. Do you see a difference? Okay. So it's in landscape mode. If I rotate it to portrait mode, watch what happens. Okay. You do see something a little bit, but it's about the same distance. And you see it's almost seamless, but look at that. As you rotate, it increases, then goes back, and then the same thing. It's like it's focusing and then getting back in position. Okay. So I was thinking of adding the ZFC for um, showing off products, but I think I'll be using the iPhone. So Ecamm Live Pro works with this camera on this cell phone very well, and I like it. And plus the fact that I can zoom in on things also, make it closer or back. So I think it's a neat thing. All right. And I just have to position it up higher. And I don't know what I'm going to use to hold it. I got a pretty good idea, but have to put it in work. But we're not here to look at the different things. And I can also show you Wanda, so I can make this a puppy cam also. But we're here to see this. So if okay, little sound problem when I went to this scene. So I want to show you about the black and white, and I have it on flat monochrome. So there are switches on the camera, black and white, camera, and movie mode. And I was switching between black and white and camera mode. And you see, I'm silent right there. And that's the problem I'm having with Ecamm is sometimes when you create a scene and stuff like that, it puts it on mute. And there's nowhere in the settings you have to change that. So with 3 different computers, I have to do this all the time, and it's frustrating. So that's why I'm dubbing right now. And anyway, I'm explaining that I do have incandescent lighting on for the white balance. It is at f2.8, the Viltrox 20 millimeter. And I am now going to show different pictures. So this is the neutral, okay, with incandescent lighting. And I'm also going to show that sometimes if the image is blurred in color, you can use black and white. They're both sharp on these 2 pictures, okay? But I just want to show you the difference. And you can still see the wood grains and stuff in black and white. And she's still sleeping soundly. So I'm kind of redoing this video. Sorry about that, but anyhow. Yeah, I didn't want to redo the video, so I'm just talking some points. So I usually take the picture in black and white, and you can zoom in, and it's still legible. Okay, even at 24 megapixel camera, that's how sharp it is. And preview still has a problem with panning on portraits, and I don't know why. Um, I should have just left it alone from put it on full screen and just left it normal, and I wouldn't have that problem. Just have it centered. But black and white, color. And you can see my dog Beethoven sleeping with the helmet over his eyes. But you see, it's still sharp and clear. You can see a little bokeh in the back. And yeah, there's Beethoven. It might have been the speakers that brought the helmet down. But here's the motherboard, all right? At f2.8, you can see how sharp it is. And then it kind of, as it goes to the edges, it becomes bokeh. Same thing in color mode. But what I like about this silver fan, and it is silver, with the light coming in through the windows, it gives it kind of like a gold tint. So I'm talking about the bokeh, how the closer is sharp and then the farther away it's not. I took this picture a little bit farther away where everything's almost um, sharp, but not quite. Still at f2.8. And next picture, I should change it to 5.6. No, after this one. So you see, the fan is pretty tall, but even the memory and the motherboard are starting to blur out. Now this is at 5.6. Everything is sharp, even in color mode. But I do like that gold kind of color from the outside onto that. It looks pretty neat. And you can see, you can read everything on there. It's very legible. When you stop it down to like f5.6 to f8, whatever, same thing here. So you don't see the blurriness. So these are two X motherboards that failed from customers where one, they wanted an upgrade and the other one just stopped working. So I think they had a power surge or something and I couldn't figure it out. So and you can see black and white and in color. So that's the theme. Just by using two little switches on the camera from black and white to color or to the camera, you can see how easy it is to take pictures. And I'm cropping in on a 24 megapixel camera. Look how sharp everything is. Same thing in color. And neutral does give a little pizzazz in the color. You get more in vivid, but I like the neutral better. You could put it in flat, but I'm not going to use it for um, LEDs or anything. But look at the sky and look at the color pop. When I put it in color mode. Look at the clouds. And then when I do it again, the color mode. Same thing here. Black and white, color. And I love the blues. I'm also talking about the roof where first house, it was a black tile, but the sun has degraded the black and now it's almost like a gray and kind of like a red or a brownish color. All right. So the same thing that happens to your furniture or shades or paint, they fade in time. And I thought that was interesting. So there's my favorite cornerstone right there. And then the shade on the rocks in color. So I'm making it a shorter video, actually. Um, not matching because I can't remember what I said, but there's my cat sleeping, and then the dog is investigating. Says, "Is he dead?" And then the cat went inside, and then she started going inside. Black and white, color. I went back to from 5.6 to 2.8 now, and the white balance is the same. I changed it to the warm 2 auto white, but on the 2 uh, part, warmer colors. There's not that much barrel distortion. You do see it going outward, but still excellent pictures. And then I'll do a close up of the. Now, when you have it in full screen mode, you have that problem with preview. So I've learned just to not put it in full screen, just center it. And I forgot to do it on this video. And usually I just use my fingers, which would have worked fine, but I didn't want to add the extra stuff, the toolbar and stuff like that. And I forgot about that. And that only happens in portrait mode. And you can see black and white, color. Sometimes the color is blurry, just use the black and white. So here's the black and white, but then look at the colors as they pop. So the brown handlebars, seat, the blue frame, the brown wheels, the black chains. You can't see it in black and white like you would, let's say, on this picture. Look at all the different colors. And that's it. My voice should be coming back shortly. This should be the end of dubbing. So let's see what happens. All right. I think this is pretty cool with the Nikon ZF using the iPhone as showing things. Um, I'm liking this is where I have a Keynote stand on here that you can position the camera just about everywhere. Okay. If I have to show something on the round table, then I have to basically um, move the camera up higher. Okay. Because it gives a magnification. It's like when you go into 4K 60 and you get that crop. But anyway, this is clear. You can see everything sharp. It's well lit. You can see the iPhone right there. But this is the switch I was telling you about. This switch right here, black and white and camera. And if I turn on the camera, okay, and if I press I, right, it's on natural. Yeah, I got the white balance on A2, okay. And if I go over here, let's take a look. Yeah, it's on A2. All right. So it's the FM on the black and white. You got your deep tone mic or monochrome. That's your flat monochrome. And then there's your regular monochrome. Okay. So I got on flat monochrome for the black and white. And then when you put it on camera mode, all right, and we go like here, then you have, okay, I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's following my hand gestures. Apple, stop that. So anyway, it's on natural. Okay. Oh, it freaked me out. I says, wait a minute, the phone's not moving. So anyway, but the neat thing is I can change that. So let's say I want to go to monochrome. All right. So when you shoot, it's in color, but that would be in monochrome. So I'm going to do an example real quick. Take off the lens, do the camera. I'm going to put it right back down here, show you the picture. Okay. And you can see that's in monochrome. All right. And I had it on a camera. Now, if I put it on black and white, with the flat profile, and both times it's in color. Okay. So you see the background is color. You just got to realize what setting you're on. And you can display what type of picture profile is on also. But I'm just going to take a picture, put it down. So this is the black and white, but this is the flat monochrome. Okay, flat. If I hit the next picture, let me get my hand out of there. I guess with two hands it goes up. Okay, so here's the camera mode. Okay, which was the regular monochrome, and the flat monochrome, which I was a little bit closer. But you can choose which type of monochrome you have. I can even do this, is where I'm in black and white. Let's choose deep monochrome. All right, take the same picture. Ah, messed up. All right, put this down. Let it, yeah. Isn't that something with the iPhone? Okay, so you press play. All right. So you see, that's the deep monochrome. Now it looks kind of blue because of the cell phone. The white balance is different, but if I change picture, that's where I got it blurry. So let's remove that. And then, of course, isn't that neat? It kind of almost centers the shot, but anyhow, that's that. Let's go here. So what do you think? It's a quick fix. I can also show you what most people do, okay, when they use this. So this camera does not have U1, U2, U3 banks, okay? So this is a step that I use the ZF to change different pictures. The black and white stays black and white, but we can do a test real quick. It's on black and white. Let's see if I can change the color, okay? I doubt it, but I haven't tried it. Natural. Okay, it's on natural. No, still on DM. Okay, that's FM. Let's see if I can change it again. There's monochrome. Yeah, it changes. But then if I try to go to a color like neutral, See, it won't let me. Okay. So that has to stay black and white. Okay. All right. So that's at FM. And then on the camera mode, I got it just on monochrome. So that's how I do it. If you want to shoot in monochrome, that's what I do. You can do redo buttons, but I like not changing most of mine. Okay. I like doing the dials and stuff like that, but it's just to show you how I do it black and white and, change it up. So what do you think? You like this type of video type of stuff to kind of show you different things? ZF does very good pictures. Okay, so on certain camera modes, my voice goes out, and this was on the share, so it was on mute. Okay, sorry about that because it was working until I added picture in the picture, and then it went mute. So I might bring that up to Ecamm. Is new scene, everything's mute. You got to unmute it. You got to do this. You got to do that. It's frustrating. And I got two different mics, so I would like to have the settings where one scene is always used with one mic and the other scene always used with the second mic, but they don't do it.